this. Check that everything is working. I do appear. Ooh, let's turn the gears of war down a bit. Oh, I already forgot the first step I was going to do of this, which was I was going to have this image up for a while at the start in the hopes that that would make that the preview, the thumbnail for this in YouTube. I don't know how that works. We'll work it out. This is all experimentation and messing with things, but I should, in theory, be live. Oh, I see. We've got a generic thumbnail. I should be live on both YouTube and Twitch because I am now allowed to simulcast, and I think that's working. Hey, Chuzu Adam. Come on, Microsoft, give me games. So, just to check, am I coming through fine on Twitch today, just as I normally would? No noticeable difference in the Twitch stream? Because if so, hooray, I have successfully set up simulcasting. Which means that occasionally I will see messages from Twitch chatters that the YouTube chat won't see, and messages from the YouTube chat that the Twitch chat won't see, because I'm not allowed to combine the chats. That's one thing Twitch won't currently allowed. But it does mean I can stream in more places, which is cool. Tara says, can't stay, just wanted to stop by and say hi. Plan on watching the VOD later today or tomorrow. Yes, same as Twitch. Cool, hooray. I don't know how many people we're going to have watching on YouTube, because that is not usually where I stream, but it's now an option that's available to people, and that having more options seems like nothing but a good thing. Right, let me finish getting my social posts out. And then we can get started. Nice thing, I am seeing all the messages in a combined chat, so if anyone chats in either chat, I should see it in one chat. I'm just not allowed to do the thing I would like to do, where I make it so that the YouTube comments YouTube live chat shows up in the Twitch chat and vice versa. That's the one thing I'm not allowed to sort of combine. Hey, Artist Synth. Yeah, how's everyone doing today? You looking forward to some The Game trailers? Lambert on Twitch says, hi, YouTubers. Yeah, the way I'm probably going to handle this is, if I'm going to respond to someone in one of the two chats, I will be like, this person in this Twitch chat says, so that it's clear to the other chat who I'm referring to. We'll see, and if this, it's an experiment, we'll see how it works. Hey, that Daria Morgan. Right, let's get done. So we know some of what's showing up today, I think. 30-minute show featuring new trailers, updates, and gameplay from our creative partners around the world. There's one thing I know we're seeing today, which is Yakuza Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, which is the sequel to the RPG one, the turn-based RPG Yakuza game, and I'm very excited for that game. I've seen exactly one screenshot in which the protagonist is punching a giant shark in the face. I've also been told... Oh... This Gears of War music's so dramatic. Might turn it down in a sec. I've also been told that the protagonist of the beat-em-up Yakuza games is going to be in it, and his special move is, yeah, I'm not doing a turn-based battle anymore, I'm going to go and punch them in real-time combat. You get rid of his special move is forget about the real-time the turn-based combat system, and that seems very in brand with that series. Yeah, let me turn this down just a little. Yeah, we should. From what I can see, we appear to be successfully streaming both on YouTube and Twitch. And if this works, I'm gonna see if I can integrate TikTok as well into this and just easily be like, I press one button and I'm live on all the things, and that would be really convenient. Hey, the London Cheesehead. And hey, Grayson Goal. Yeah, how is everyone doing today? I am continuing to have a wild fucking life. I got a random phone call in the middle of the afternoon That's like, hey, do you want to come do a wild, crazy thing out of nowhere? Just like this unexpected, like, big thing. I'm like, okay, when is it? In like 2 weeks? Okay. Opportunities continue to just sort of happen at me in the way that they do. The London Cheesehead says, do you think, do we see the first Activision Blizzard King game that will come to Game Pass? No. They have acquired Activision Blizzard King, which means they are a first-party studio now, not a trusted partner. So I think explicitly we see nothing Activision Blizzard King here, because this is a partner showcase. This is our trusted partners, our, you know, other developers we don't own, but we work closely with them. Oh, congrats. Choose Adam on Twitch says, I just got my first paid graphic design gig. Hooray, congrats. And hey, Cantankerous Gnome. Yeah, I know that there's some stuff we know about what's showing today. What have they said? Let me double check this. I know some of what's showing up has been said. Please note, Xbox Partner Preview will not feature any additional news, game reveals, or Game Pass information related to the recent acquisition of Activision Blizzard King. Yep, okay, well that confirms what was being asked about. It will deliver a fresh mix of indie games and familiar favorites from teams such as Ryuga Gotoku. I apparently can't speak today. The studio behind the Yakuza games, Remedy Entertainment, Studio Wildcard, I don't know what they do, and others. We will see Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, Alan Wake 2, Ark Survival Ascended, Dungeons of Hinterberg, and more. And more. There we go. The developers we don't own but would like to one day, says NH London. I mean, that's kind of the vibe. The ones where they're in the, like, PlayStation having, like, timed exclusivity on Call of Duty kind of situations with, it's that kind of studios. The ones where we play nice with them, but we don't technically own them. Except, do they own... Is Remedy a third party still? For some reason, in my head, like, Xbox owned Remedy at this point. I don't know if... I don't think that's a thing. I think I've just imagined that into existence. Yeah, I think I've just imagined that into existence, I guess. Well... There we go. Yeah, Remedy is third party. It might just be because Alan Wake in my... Because I know that Control came to was multi-platform. And Alan Wake has since come to multiple platforms. But in my head, Alan Wake is an Xbox game. It feels like Xbox owns Alan Wake. They had an exclusivity deal with Microsoft for Quantum Break. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure the original Alan Wake, when it released, was exclusive to 360. The BT says, oh, I've been waiting forever for and more. They keep teasing it, but it never gets a trailer or release date. I assume by and more you mean, Silksong. Hey, Sidonian Fizz Girl. I just had my eyeball scanned by deadly science lasers, so now I can do even more science. Hell yeah. I got my face zapped once with science lasers, therefore my face can do even more laser science. Chuzo Adams on Twitch says, it's like Lara Croft is Xbox, but actually isn't. Yeah, I guess. It's like how I think... You know what it is? It's like how I think of Spyro and Crash Bandicoot as PlayStation properties, despite the fact they are now explicitly owned by Xbox. Thimber on Twitch says, so basically Remedy bought the rights for Alan Wake from Microsoft, and Microsoft agreed to sell, so Quantum Break still remains Microsoft yeah, okay. Interesting. Yeah, I know we've started this, like, way earlier than we probably needed to for something like this. It's not like it's a big enough showcase that we need to spend time doing a bingo card or anything. But because this is my first time using the restreaming program to stream to both Twitch and YouTube at the same time, I wanted to start really early just so that if I had any tech issues, I would have plenty of time to overcome them. That was the main thought, was just make sure I have time to tech issue this if either Twitch or YouTube is having problems. And I think the only problem we've had is YouTube's choice of thumbnail, which I'm going to need to like work out how I tell YouTube what to make my thumbnail before I stream. Oh, the BT on Twitch says, oh no, it was just a joke that every game show says and more, and I was joking that getting called and more is being talked about. Like the wrestling champion vacant. Okay, I see. Yeah, no, a lot of times, a lot of people are hanging a lot of their Silk Song hopes on and more for this showcase, and I think they're maybe wrong to do so, but live in hope. Yeah. That Daria Morgan on Twitch says, that's probably why Quantum Break is the only game not officially a part of the Connected Universe. I guess that makes sense. I hadn't really considered that, but I guess that makes sense. Yeah, let's finish getting this all set up. Yeah, this seems to be working okay. I put on the Gears of War soundtrack, but I'm really... Let me swap it to something else. Hi-Fi Rush. This is way more ominous than I need our prepping for this to be. Let me put on some Hi-Fi Rush music. Can I just get like one video that is the whole OST? I don't want it to be multiple videos I'm having to swap every 5 minutes. Hi-Fi Rush B-sides. Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay, this is an Xbox thing we can put on that'll be nice and chill. Oh, so this is a soundtrack to the arcade challenge. Okay, cool. God, Hi-Fi Rush was so good. That was this year. It's rare that I play a Game of the Year contender that early in the year. That was, what, like February? And it dropped the same night they announced it. And I played like 2 hours of it the night it dropped. And was like, yeah, I can already tell this is Game of the Year material. This is fucking amazing. And I still feel that way. It's hard to release a game and have it still stick in your mind as a, like, Game of the Year contender, like, 8 months later, but Hi-Fi Rush has done it. Yeah, the BUT, that is fair. If you're not excited about Hollow Knight, then Silk Song is probably not going to mean much. Sidonia says, over on YouTube, Starfield Game of the Year for us astrophysicists, so that traumatizing main quest, no spoilers. I am so glad that so many people love Starfield. It just didn't click for me. I just don't get on well with it, and I don't doubt there's a good game in there. It just wasn't working for me, but I'm very happy for the people who have absolutely loved it. It's one of those games where I'm like, I wish I could see the magic you all see, and I'm not saying that sarcastically. I never say that sarcastically. I always very genuinely want to see the things people love in the stuff they love. Ooh, I can talk about this because it's not a struck work. So my lovely wife got me a cinema, like unlimited cinema pass for my birthday, so I can just pop to the cinema wherever I want. And I've not been able to talk about most of the things I've seen because, you know, the WGA strike, which has now ended, but the SAG-AFTRA strike is still ongoing. But one thing I saw in the cinema this week that got an interim agreement from SAG and is not a struck work was the Taylor Swift 3-hour-long concert movie, which I went to as someone who knows very little Taylor Swift, but I very much went in with this is an artist who is incredibly fucking well-loved. I want to go in and spend 3 hours, like, understanding what people love about this artist. I just went in with an open mind and was like, you got 3 hours, make me understand what's cool about this artist. And I did. I walked away from that being like, oh, there is a lot more to Taylor Swift music than I was aware of, and I feel an appreciation for the stagecraft. But that's That's the thing. It's like I anytime something is that popular, I'm like, I wanna love it. I want to either love it or I want to understand why people love it, even if I don't. Hey AJ, I'm doing good. What have I done today? Recorded a spoiler cast for Spider-Man 2 with Video Games Chronicle and a bunch of people. The people that we did the spoiler-free review discussion with last week. Podquisition recording. It's like an hour and a half long. It's a pretty good episode. Cydonia, that's cool to hear. I'm glad that like it's inspired stuff in people, even if yeah, I might not have enjoyed it. I'm glad it sparked things. Rocker, you're not wrong. You're not. Rocker on Twitch says, joke about how Taylor Swift breaks up with people a lot / causes pollution with her private jets here. And I'm like, I'm not going to disagree with you that, like, private jets fucking suck. I will respond with, no billionaire is good. It is immoral to be a billionaire, but I will note, I have slightly less ire for the billionaire that pays $100,000 bonus to each of her truck drivers at the end of the US leg of the tour because they'd worked hard, and I'm like, yeah, okay. And just from a music perspective, she did more genres than I expected, and it was very theatrical performance. I was like, I understand the appeal, even if I'm not, like, not every song's for me, but I found a handful of things I enjoyed. I experienced something new by going, yeah, why is that popular? Let me learn about that. And there you go, that is the one thing I've seen in the cinema out of like 15 things since my birthday that I can actually talk about without being a scab. Stephen on YouTube. Oh, hey, it's Steve McHugh on Twitch. I call myself Stephen because both words make my name, and hen is because chicken is a recurring word in Tekken. It's a bit of a journey, but I followed you there. The BT... Not everything Taylor Swift's in Taylor Swift's music repertoire is for me, but I found a couple of tracks I genuinely enjoyed. Let me look up the names. What were the ones that I found that I enjoyed? I can tell you some Taylor Swift songs I like now that I sat for 3 hours and was like, no distractions, just play your music at me. I have a list. Anti-Hero, which I knew the chorus of from TikTok. It's me, I'm the problem, it's me. There was one called Champagne Problems that was pretty, like, heartbreaking and beautiful. The Last Great American Dynasty was pretty fun. The Man, a little bit basic entry-level feminism, but it was catchy, and it did get stuck in my head in that way that makes me want to, like, succeed to spite men. And, you know, it's good to have one of those in your repertoire. There's 4 Taylor Swift songs I can name that I enjoyed. Yeah. Rocker on Twitch says, I feel like I've yet to play a game that released this year that I actively love. All that comes to mind is Baldur's Gate 3. Well, I think about stuff I loved this year. Hi-Fi Rush, Tears of the Kingdom, Baldur's Gate 3, Mario Wonder. Those are 4 very strong contenders for me and my personal tastes. Spider-Man 2, I think, probably is up there. Like, so that's what? Okay, so an Xbox exclusive, a PlayStation exclusive, 2 Nintendo exclusives, and a third-party developed title. That's a nice spread. That's a pretty nice spread. I can probably tell you my favorite... Yeah, I can tell you, at the very least, my top 2 titles this year from each of those console makers. Each console has had at least one game I'm like, yeah, that deserves Game of the Year consideration. Oh, Stray Gods was this year. Yeah, Stray Gods is up there. The London Cheesehead over on Twitch says, Game Pass got me into the Yakuza series. The Yakuza series is pretty fun. I really only got into it when, Like a Dragon the turn-based RPG one happened, but I've really grown to love that series. Hey, Nurg. Rocker says, I just think the industry has been refusing to cater to my specific taste lately. What specifically would you like the games industry to be releasing? Like, what is the thing this year has missed that would have been like, aha, I have truly enjoyed a video game? Thimba says there will be a beta for 33 Immortals, aka Hades, but co-op with up to 33 people. Interesting idea. I don't know if I can find 33. It might be a fun one to stream, but like I don't know if I can find 33 people I want to play a Hades with. Cool. It's nearly time. Oh. Has the actual stream started? No, premieres in 14 minutes. Okay, yeah. The premieres thing had vanished, and therefore I wondered if they'd started like a little pre-stream or something. But yeah, if this stream is going well, this might be the start of me streaming like on both YouTube and Twitch at the same time when I do my streams. Which would just be nice because it means, like, it's... Particularly for these reaction streams, it's going to make it much easier for me to get a VOD up on YouTube if I'm not having to make the Twitch VOD, export it to YouTube, wait for it to render, put it up, and by then it's, like, hours and hours after the thing happened. It would be nice to be able to just, like, straight away be like, that stream is archived, it's there for people who want to watch it. Like, there's a few reasons it would be really nice to be able to start having the streams in both places. Rocker says, I crave narrative fulfillment with meaningful choices. I've been dipping my toes back into old CRPGs since Baldur's Gate 3 didn't do it for me. Yeah, just fair. Cantankerous Gnome on Twitch says, my problem with the Yakuza games is that they start so slow. Then once they get going, they just go, here's 800 things you can be also instead of doing the plot. You're not wrong that they start a little slow sometimes. But I do love that there is a point you hit where it's suddenly like, hey, the plot's here, but also go-karting and karaoke and all sorts of mini side quests. Go, 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 go. It hits something in the novelty-seeking ADHD bit of my brain pretty well. Thimba says, on Twitch says, in other news, I finally got a decent internet connection. It's still not as epic as most people, but I moved from 5 megabits per second to 500 MB, even though my old laptop can only deal with 100. Heck yeah. Honestly, as long as you can do like 30 up and down, that's enough to like, you can do like Twitch streaming on like 30. 30 is, like, enough for, like, most use cases. It's enough that you're like, yeah, I'm not going to be not able to do a thing I want to do. So, yeah, hooray, you've made it up to the big leagues. Cool. You're like, 10 minutes. While we wait for this to start, I'm going to double check whether I have any gaming news has, like, popped up since Podquisition recording time today. Has there been any other gaming news I have not yet seen? Detective Pikachu solves the case of a missing Flan in an animated short that has gone up today. Peter Parker can't perform the Wakanda Forever salute in Marvel Spider-Man 2, but Miles Morales can. Yep, that seems about right. Not really that surprising. You need a internet connection to connect a disk drive to the new diskless PS5. That's probably not PlayStation's fault, but it is what it is. There we go. Sorry, I've got a few work messages coming in quickly. finally got the documents I was waiting for about mystery thing I might be filming soon. Okay, I need to go through this properly. I need to go through this properly when I'm not on stream. Weird, unexpected, big work thing popped up today, and I am doing my best to juggle weird little opportunity that's shown up. There we go. We're nearly ready. Oh yeah, let's catch up with those chat messages. Daria Morgan says, I crave a direct sequel to Mass Effect Andromeda, but I know it won't happen. I have said this before. As much as I initially pushed back on Andromeda on my first playthrough, coming back to it a few years later, knowing what it was, and going in with that in mind, I really enjoyed Andromeda. And I think it's a shame that that game probably will not get a direct sequel, which I say within the context of I feel similarly about it to some of the Sonic games that I have loved that never got sequels, where I'm like, there were good things here, and it's a real shame that there wasn't an opportunity to iterate and improve on them. Like, if you think about Mass Effect 1 to Mass Effect 2, if you take a thing and refine the bits that are a bit janky and make a follow-up, Mass Effect 2 is one of the best games, like, ever. Fantastic. Just because the first entry is a bit janky doesn't mean that you can't sort it out and make a good sequel. NK Man says, I hope for some good anime games in this showcase. I don't expect we'll see that, but one can live in hope. I know Xbox is trying to court more games that will appeal to Japanese audiences, but I don't know if this is the place where we see it. Andy H says, they had to change the flag in Spider-Man 2 as they used a Cuban flag instead of a Puerto Rican one. Yes, I did see that. I can understand how the mistake was made. I can see the similarities between the flags, but that is an embarrassing fuck-up to have made. Oh, Cantankerous Gnome on Twitch. A Lord of the Rings Dynasty Warriors game would be great. That would be a wonderful series to get one of those. Timber over on Twitch says, apparently the confusion of Cuba ex-Puerto Rican flag on Spider-Man isn't new. They did it even in one of the comic books. Yeah, they're two pretty similar flags in, like, if you only have a passing knowledge of the flag, you could look at one of those flags and go, I recognize that, that's the other one. Because if you don't remember them clearly and don't know there's two that look very similar to each other, I can see how you get there. Yeah, a Nurg, this is the Hi-Fi Rush soundtrack, yes. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's primarily the stripes are different colors, but, like, the shape... Like, if you had a black and white image, I don't think you could tell which was which from black and white image, is the thing. Okay, we've got, like, 7 minutes. It's nearly time. Nearly time to go. Yeah, this should be about half an hour of stream, and then I have to head off because I've got... I gotta have dinner, and then I gotta deal with emails about a thing that popped out of nowhere today. Oh, I should... It's getting dark. I should should turn the brightness up on my webcam. Turn the exposure up. Oh. Yeah, that'll do. It's gonna get darker. This will do for now, and it'll sort itself out. The flags are the same, but have colors reversed. One has a blue triangle with red and white stripes, and one has a red triangle with blue and white stripes. Yeah, I could not have told you the specifics off the top of my head, but it's like a little bit of color variation. Ooh, I think I have a thing sorted. Give me a second. Well, I've just in real time organized quite the interesting collab. I'm gonna be filming something with someone who I guarantee all of you in Twitch and YouTube chat will know this particular creator that I'm gonna be making an interesting thing with. Oh, that's interesting. This is very curious. Okay. Alright, I should say nothing else, but it's going to be silly, and I've convinced someone else to get on with the silliness, so that's cool. Alright, we've got like 4 minutes before this kicks off. Why is it always when I start streaming, like it's always when I'm literally live with the stream already that like work emails come in and like important work events start to unfold? Check if I have the right email for the person I need. Sorry while I just sit and sort work documents while we stream. Sometimes that's how you gotta be. Sometimes you just gotta do these things. Sorry, nearly done with this. I'll have this done in time for the premiere starting. I just have to gotta get on top of the thing. As is sometimes the way with these things. When you get a cool opportunity, you gotta not let it slip. You gotta jump on it while it's there. I'll respond to chat in a moment. There we go. Cool. And we should be good. Let me see if this is... Premiere will begin shortly. Okay, so I can shut off the Hi-Fi Rush for now. Bring this back up. Cydonia, not a thing with Stephanie Sterling. Although not for lack of desire, it's mainly that... Oh, that's so loud. Let me turn that right down. There is a requirement of who I would have to be collabing with that Stephanie does not fit. And it's not anything to do with them, it is just... There is a characteristic that has to exist that... there's a thing that has to be a certain way that isn't for this particular thing. Although I did reach out to them. But, yeah. Emails never end. There we go, I'm back. Look, I made it back in time for the premiere. I just gotta... Yeah, I will deal with the rest of that later. That's a later problem. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1... Okay, we are watching the US-Canadian version. We should have American Sign Language, which, not useful for me, but hopefully it's useful for some people watching. I believe this is the American Sign Language broadcast. I think it is. Yeah. NK Man, yeah, oh, we're starting with Yakuza. I'm not seeing the American Sign Language. This is the American Sign Language stream and there's no American Sign Language. That's disappointing. I love the English language dub for this series. These games are fucking bonkers and I love them. Oh, here we go.
Time for the getaway you deserve.
Oh, are they doing ASL for the narration but not the in-game dialogue? That is a choice if that's what they're doing.
Welcome to your vacation within a vacation, where a cozy DIY lifestyle awaits. Gather materials from your surroundings.
I'm assuming this is the game starts with you washed up on an island somewhere.
Buy unique furniture.
Or is this not? Is this like a whole little mini game?
Craft it yourself.
Is this Animal Crossing? Is this the equivalent of the business minigame from the last one, but it's Animal Crossing?
And watch as your dream home unfolds, just the way you like it.
I'm very here for a weird little...
In fact, you can customize the whole island to your heart's content.
It's just Animal Crossing. This is This is Yakuza Animal Crossing.
Make friends with memorable characters.
Gatling Combo says, one of the two games Sega puts money into. Yeah, money well spent.
All kinds of tourists.
Oh, yeah, this is the business minigame. This is totally the business minigame. This is, Animal Crossing bundled with Happy Home Designer or whatever it was called.
But beware of certain uninvited guests.
You've got to defend your Animal Crossing island with violence.
Into them to preserve your island kingdom. Explore nature.
This is a little side mode. The game is about washing up in America and fighting your way through crime or whatever.
Build infrastructure.
This is just a little mini game.
Interact
You ride a
with
dolphin
others.
and now you're over here doing Animal Crossing. Ah.
And develop your own resort island. Your way.
Oh, we're literally catching bugs with nets. This couldn't... Yeah, well, welcome to Animal Crossing Island. I thought I didn't want to know anything else about this game. I thought I'd seen a man punch punch a shark, and I thought that, like, cool, that is everything I need to see about the game. I was wrong, I needed to see this. Like, I didn't know if I wanted to know anymore, but I'm glad I know that. Right, doesn't this feel so much bigger in scope than the business minigame? But it's clearly the business minigame. Emily DeShong, none of the games are on Switch, so that won't help. I would say maybe the most, like, either Yakuza 0 or honestly I would say Yakuza Like a Dragon. It is not like any of the other Yakuza games. It is a turn-based RPG and it is fantastic. It requires no real knowledge of any of the past Yakuzas, and it has a very endearing cast of characters that are like, oh, do I like Yakuza? That was the one that got me to go, do I need to stick with the other Yakuzas longer till they get good? Because, like, clearly I do like Yakuza. Ikaro will not die. I thought this was Power Wash Simulator. Wasn't there a Power Wash Simulator logo at the start of this? I thought this was going to be a partnership with some other game, but no. Stephen on YouTube says, I can see Yakuza 0 on Switch because it's not as powerful as later games. The thing is, for the longest time, Nintendo kind of forbid the Yakuza games from being on Switch, because, as rumor has it, they're about the Yakuza and they're bad, so no Yakuza on Switch. Oh, it's from the creators of... This is the problem with trying to, like, read chat and also watch trailers, is I get very confused when I see Power Wash Simulator and a thing that is definitely not Power Wash Simulator. Yeah, I understand. The first few times I watched Twitch streams, it was weird to be like, oh, the internet responded to me by name. Although, there have been some rumors that Nintendo has finally changed their stance on that, and that a Yakuza collection is being worked on for the Switch successor. Don't know if that's true, but it would be cool if it was. I would like it to be true. I want to have all my little handheld Yakuzas. Ooh. How am I so sleepy today? As a heads up, I'm probably going to be doing my usual Wednesday night stream tonight, I think. That's the plan. 10 PM UK, 5 PM Eastern, 2 PM Pacific. We will probably be streaming the last few hours of Mario Wonder. I'm gonna try and do, like, the end game, just because I want to see those last couple of levels before they're spoiled for me. And then I'm going back into all the previous levels to try and get all the purple coins and flags, because I am 100% in this game, because I've got really into it. I mean, Thimba, it's never been called Yakuza in Japan. It's always been Like a Dragon. Oh. Oh, I do not like the chunks in that water. That is unpleasant. Very well animated, but unpleasant. Liquid should never be chunky. I don't want to swim in chunks. Remember next week that it'll only be 4-hour difference between UK and Eastern. Oh, okay. So it's It's this weekend that the UK clocks are changing, is it? And the following weekend, American clocks? Yeah, if we're closer together... Oh, that... I hate when the clocks do this, because it always becomes my responsibility as the one person from England to be aware of the desync and, like, plan for it and shuffle my schedule around for it. Yeah. That looked neat. What do we got now?
It seems there will be trouble.
This dangerous
Oh, is this the RoboCop game? If this is the RoboCop game, I've heard very good things about it.
I've got to go, but the party goes on.
Rogue City is yeah. I think this had a demo recently. I saw footage of someone playing it. I'm not going to be very good at it, but it looks cool as fuck. It looks very power fantasy. Hi, Cyborg Girl.
Tonight at the old slaughterhouse.
I hear music. We're getting close. Definitely hear some commotion on the other side.
Okay, it was in Next Fest, yeah. I'm not good at first-person shooters, but it does look very built around just bullets bounce off you, nothing can kill you, be a murder machine. And that seems like an FPS I could get into.
Then get ready for a meltdown.
What's that noise?
I have no idea. I don't think it's based on a reboot film. I think this is just its own RoboCop thing. Well, November 2nd, that's... I did not realize it was that soon. I knew it had a demo, and I assumed it was a ways off. Kenyon's love for the movie is at heart of the game. An Xbox Wire exclusive. Ooh. The remap people compared it to one of those arcade light gun games in a good way. Oh, I like hearing that.
Art Director on Dungeons of Hinterberg. I know a lot of you have been asking to see more of the social aspects of Hinterberg, and how the people you hang out with can help you as you progress through the game, so we're excited to give you a better look.
In this short trailer, we will give you a glimpse at how you might spend a typical day in Dungeons of Hinterberg. Decide which overworld to travel to, spend the day slaying and puzzling in a dungeon, and then head back to the village to befriend someone who may be the key to your success.
Ooh, I like the art style. There's some neat stuff going on visually here. I like the choice of color palettes. Yeah, that Daria Morgan says, it feels like that RoboCop game maybe misses the point of what RoboCop was about and is just what the movie was satirizing. Cyborg Girl on Twitch responds saying, I don't know, there's a bunch of stuff in the second half of the demo that makes me feel like maybe they get it, but time will tell, I guess. Ooh. It's a little rough around the edges, but I like the look of this. This is definitely one I'm going to put a pin on. Hey, Casey. Yeah, that frame rate's a little wonky in places, but it's pre-release footage of an indie game. You know, it could improve. Everything around it has caught my attention. Oh, I like these comic book text boxes. You unlock the ability to remove goo stains from clothing by making a friend. You befriended the coffee shop lady. Your stamina's increased because of the coffee. Any highlights so far? Honestly, this seems pretty interesting. Although I did just spot a shot where clearly they hadn't cropped in the screen recorder, and you could see like the outside boundaries of the program they were playing just for a second. Oh yeah, Yakuza Like a Dragon seems to have, its sequel, Infinite Wealth, seems to have a whole Animal Crossing mode. Here's an island, do Animal Crossing, ride a dolphin to get there. clearly I'm sleepy because I apparently forgot that within 2 minutes that mind-blowing experience had happened. It's yet another in the series of video games where you play as a fox. Indie devs love you being a fox on a big journey. You do have an owl friend. That is different. You got a little raven or crow. That sure is a fox going on a journey. I have nothing really to take away from that other than I do tend to enjoy the genre that is fox goes on a journey. It's a good genre. It's a genre more people should be aware that that's a genre. Is this showing us just a reminder of the things we've already seen? I guess it is. In case, like Laura, you forgot that Like a Dragon happened 15 minutes in because you've got ADHD. Here you go. I did not know there was a first Spirit of the North, unless it's one of the Fox Goes on a Journey games I'm thinking about. Oh, this is Snake Eater Delta. The Snake Eater remake that maybe isn't a remake. Maybe they're shuffling things around. This was the game, right, where you... there was a boss fight against a sniper, where you could either, like, do a very arduous sneaking all the way across this map to sneak up on the sniper and kill them, or you could save the game, turn it off, come back a week later, and he would have died of starvation in the week that you didn't play the game. I believe that's a feature. I think I'm thinking of the right game. Yeah, died of old age. Sorry, not hunger. Died of old age. That is the thing that I remember about this game. Is you can just not play for a week and a boss dies. I mean, I can't deny this does look gorgeous. Oh yeah, you could also snipe him earlier in the game and he blows up and you get hit by his wheelchair. Yeah, you could kill him before the boss fight ever happens and then there's no boss fight to happen. Was a thing. Yeah, you had to be, if you want to snipe him earlier, you had to be quick enough and you had to know that he was going, like, that was important.
It has suffered long from the scourge of banditry, but there is another threat.
Cyborg Girl on Twitch says, I hope if I'm ever sniped, my wheelchair takes out my attacker posthumously. What more can one dream for than that your killer gets attacked by something to do with you after, like, you killed me, but I did get like a nuh-uh. You got to pull an Uno reverse card on your assassin. Slapini, I've seen some people theorize that pachinko's getting less profitable and that's why they're back to making games. I don't know if there's any truth to it or not. I've seen people suggesting it. This does look like Medieval City Skylines. Well, Cyborg Girl, I'm picturing a story in which, like, you get killed and then your ghost has to find something to possesses the power chair, and you haunt your killer via the possessed power chair. Like, oh, I'm gonna make you sit down on me and then push you down some stairs. Ooh. Yeah, this isn't Village Skylines. It's got too much of a like a Civ feel. Could be a Settlers game. Manor Lords. Did someone say Manor Lords? Oh, Casey, you nailed it. It's Manor Lords. Ooh. Ooh. Such a sleepy bean today. Ugh. That was too much happening. What are you? This is... I can tell this is not a game I will enjoy. Like, I can just tell this game is made for me. Team-based shooter, presumably. Yeah, multiplayer FPS, but you've got fancy lighting effects and the ability to zipline. I like the exploding into money upon death. That's a cool idea. A lot of cool destruction. I will never play this. It's not to say it's not good, but I will never play it. It's Nexon, trust me, you don't want to play this. Are their games bad, or like toxic communities, or what's the deal? I don't know these people's games enough. Predator Monetization Central is Nexon. Oh. I mean, I should have guessed given the, your defeated enemies literally explode into money. Go get that money. Go get it. Go kill them and make money. And, like, the obsession with wealth sure fits with a heavily predatory monetized company. Okay, I think we've got maybe 10 minutes left of this. Oh, this is going to be Ark? Whatever the Ark sequel is called. Isn't this the one that stars, the man who is in the Fast and Furious movies? Is it Vin Diesel that was in the first trailer for this? Yeah. No, I don't think it's Dwayne Johnson. I think it's Vin Diesel is, I think, in this. Or at least he was in a trailer, and I don't know if that confirms he's a character or if just he was in a trailer so people would go, I know who that is, for a second. Okay, he might well do. I'm not up to speed on my Vin Diesel lore. Is that Vin Diesel riding the T-Rex? Let me see if the T-Rex is being ridden by Vin Diesel. That one isn't. That's not Vin's dinosaur. Ugh. Oh, don't shoot the poor little dinosaurs. Make friends, not foes. Dinosaurs. The A stands for the A in the middle of dinosaur. Dinosaur. I mean, that cyber T-Rex did catch my attention for a sec. Didn't know they had cyber T-Rexes. Oh, there's gonna be Alan Wake 2.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. It 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 was a ritual. It
There's an author trying to write his way out of his book world.
Page of text written with a typewriter. Someone's been watching us.
Oh, is that a different arc, not the Vin one?
From a story that lives in your head. I need to escape this nightmare.
I want to do a thing for this game, and I don't think I'm going to get code early enough to do it in a way that's meaningful. But I wanted to write a review of Alan Wake 2 that follows the conceit of the game that Alan Wake is trapped in one of his own books and is trying to write his way back into reality.
Why are we written into the story?
And the conceit was going to be that I'm trapped in the game review of Alan Wake 2 and trying to write my way back into reality via the game review. If I'd had early code for this and enough time to be a bit silly and a bit creative, that I wanted that to be my Alan Wake 2 review. This is Friday? God. I loved the first Alan Wake. I want to find time to replay Alan Wake 1 this week. Ready for Alan Wake 2. I really dug Alan Wake. I enjoyed it a lot. Yeah, that is in like 2 days. I don't think reviews are up for this yet. Share reviews of your game prior to their release. I don't think there's any info about accessibility for the game either. Talk about that more than like 2 days before release. Or like 16 hours before release? No, 30 hours before release. I know how to do maths. Ugh. Oh. Oh, I don't like terrifying double grandma. Ah, I don't like double grandma. Not at all. Okay, Rachel Spooky on Twitch says, I looked it up. Vin Diesel is in Arc 2. That trailer was for an Arc 1 remake. Okay. They did not communicate that in a way that I understood.
Where is she?
Cyborg Girl, I don't object to having more grandmas. If you separated her in two, that would be more grandmas. This is fewer grandmas. This is... We took 2 grandmas and made 1 grandma. That's fewer grandmas. Give me 2 grandmas. Not 1. New Zealand release time is, yeah, 9 a.m. Eastern. Yes, New Zealand release time. I had to time zone from UK, like New Zealand to UK and then UK to Eastern.
The song will show me the way.
Considering how close we are to, the end of the half hour, I think the people who were hoping for Silk Song are going to be very disappointed today. Sorry about that.
The overlap is at the pond. Fuck. Here we go again.
Cyborg Girl, I'm not gonna say I disagree. I agree with you, but like, you know, maybe a little. Yeah, this is very end of the showcase music. Sorry, Silk Song people, not on this day. Well, I now know that Like a Dragon is gonna have an Animal Crossing mode, and I like both Like a Dragon and Animal Crossing. And Dungeons of Hinterberg looked cool too. There we go. I saw 2 cool things that I liked there. Well, I apologise for ending this pretty swiftish now that the thing has ended. Nope, no one more thing. But I gotta go have dinner and then go do some, like, work emails to set up that weird collab that I vaguely mentioned earlier. That'll be interesting. I hope you all have a good rest of your day. I will be back streaming in 3.5 hours. I'll be streaming Mario Wonder, some of the last levels in that, on Twitch and YouTube, because we can simul stream now. Have a good rest of your day, and I will be back streaming in a few hours. Bye.